Hello and welcome to our channel's first upload in 2023, and today we have the game that is really very unique and an indie game that caught a lot of attention actually on Steam and was very well received. I'm talking about the game called Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator. So before we start the first ever review in 2023 by our channel, I would like to ask you for a small favor. Please press the like on this video. If you're not subscriber of ours, then please press that notification button and press subscribe button. It will really help us a lot and we will actually be more motivated to create more and more videos on the games that you might not know or you might skip. So let's begin. The review on the Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator 2023. Let's go. Oceancraft Alchemist Simulator isn't the game for everyone, and it actually starts from the really very first second that you really understand it. It's kind of a strategy game that will make you feel like it's something that you need to try. One of the main purposes of the game is to be a fun, relaxing experience after a very long day where you just come up and you want to make something in your computer. Well, to speak of, the game begins with the very short storyboard, where your narrative is an alchemist who happens to come across an old abandoned house on the edge of the town. You get a lot of kind of ingredients from your garden, you turn them into the potions, then you sell them to your locals that have specific needs. Well, but it's not really very easy enough. It is much that this doesn't take that the groundwork for you are the brewing potions. So at the beginning of your adventures in this click and point game, there is a tutorial that teaches you the basics of the master classes of the alchemist and explains it in pretty well kind of idea way. Discovering the recipes to brew your potion is really down to you, to some experiments and throwing ingredients together to see what brews from it. And only imagination is something that can stop you, or your ingredients actually. After gathering a few ingredients, which simply involves clicking on them via garden screen, you can combine them to create your first ever potion. This is where the gameplay really starts and shines. I bet this is actually anything that you played before. Basically, your each ingredient makes a potion icon, slides across the map along with the specific path, and you can extend the path by menacing the ingredient with a mortar and a pestle before it. After adding an ingredient to the cauldron, then there is a seat in order to make the potion icon move once it touches a goal in the potion icon. You can set the bellows to the stove fellows underneath your cauldron, which you finalize the potion. Potion craft is a bit more engaging than the Potion Permit and Potion Tomics, which are the previously released games by the developer, as the players choose the dropping ingredients in their mart and paths extend their distance to provide more and more kind of strength to the pot. Developer creativity shines extraordinarily and lookingly of the herbs over the different ways to navigate the map. Depending on how the ingredients are cooked, this can take the player further along of the navigation course. Granting ingredients allows player to extend their paths, while throwing in wild ingredients make the fuser sourness. To craft a potion, one must take sure that you are interacting with the exact and each real location of the icon. And yes, it is possible to make multiple kind of effects with one potion. It's not one way but profitable. A potion of the poison and obtaining experience in the book. For example, it will be really very worthless. Take ahead for something like however navigating in a potional courses, the boss territory will make the craft fail. The game never punishes the player for the mistakes, for example, instead using them as the learning tool. Interacting with the AI is such a joy, as it does a wonderful job of simulating the craft. I may have had much too much fun of the mortar of the pastes, fell was the varying of the responses, different ingredients at all. The ground to dust. Players can customize the names, favor texts, aesthetics of their potions, and personalize experience. Potion Crafts does a really great job to make you feel like a special player in every own unique kind of ideas of Alchemist. It's not that simple yet it constantly keeps the player engaged, despite the simple